Hello traders, welcome to the post-session review. Today is Tuesday, July 23rd, and we have another losing day today. So let's address the elephant in the room, the drawdown, okay? We've had, this is the fifth trading day, I'll bring it in. And we had losses on the first day, then we had 2 days which recovered and brought us back where on the right path. And then we had a heavy drawdown yesterday and another drawdown today. We implemented money management, you know, and in a way, nobody likes drawdown, but in a way, if it's gonna happen, I'd rather it happen here when the account is most vulnerable, when it's new, when it's weak, when it's at a starting point, because everything tends to be a lot more stronger from an emotional component here. Um, a lot of traders would feel like they're on the wrong path, like I'm gonna blow their account, like, oh my god, what's going on? I need to see what's going on. I need to optimize this, I need to optimize that, I need to pick the best entries only and only pick the highest probability trades. And the answer to that is no, you don't, because we don't know, out of all of our setups that our trade plan puts us into a trade, which one of those are going to be the strongest or the weakest. We don't know which ones are going to fail. We know that some of them will fail, and we know that the majority of them will play out. Okay, our job is to simply to execute, because once we start now to avoid pain, start filtering out trades that are in our trade plan, we become even more vulnerable and not allowing the expectancy to play out. So this is nothing to fear. It is something to embrace and to ground yourself to your trade plan, to ground yourself to your money management, and know that this is just some bumps in the road that we will get past. Do we like it? No. Is it uncomfortable? Not for me. It's not. And in all honesty, if it's going to happen, I'd rather it happen here in the beginning, so that you guys can see that I am susceptible to the same things that you're susceptible to. That I experience drawdown like you guys do, but the difference is how we decide to process that and how we allow that to influence our trade plan moving forward. Okay, we've implemented the things that we needed to implement from a money management standpoint. So the answer is next. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. But let's do a little bit of validation here. Minus $220. I did that here. This is readjusted from yesterday. As you can see, the account balance is now 4,246. Okay, and hopefully in the live stream tomorrow we're going to have some really nice gains and and start clawing our way back from this drawdown. Tomorrow's live stream is going to be even more important, because we're coming into the live stream where we've experienced some drawdown. We've actually had more losing days and winning days here for some reason. We're not overly concerned. We're employing the money management strategy that we need to, and it's just a matter of just keep executing on that trade plan. I'm gonna show you what happened today on our trades. We had the market produce a series of new highs, and then we had a retest up here, and then an expectation failure, which had me looking for shorts. I drew these rectangles because these were the trades that I almost took. The issue here is that we did not have a proper rotation here, so this trade was not taken. Would have been a nice winner. And this one, I was looking for the price to come into this area, interact with some sellers here, some selling absorption here. That did not happen, although I did have the rotation. My stop would have to have been up here. From a risk reward standpoint, it was just not optimal, and I felt that the buyer should be able to get to this area. So I ended up not being able to take that one, and that would have been a nice winner too, making another new structure low. And then when price did come in and produced a rotation, I ended up immediately getting stopped out. This one was like super fast. Okay, and then we have price make a new structure high up here. Okay, and we had a complex correction where I was looking to get long here, but we did not have the rotation, and because of that, there was no entry for me to take. But it looks like that would have been a break even as well. And then I got into the long here, um, on the very aggressive on the entry, and then that one went in favor here. I did not really have a great rotation here, but I did see the absorption that I wanted to see. Um, so I entered the trade and ended up being a break even, unfortunately. And then price gave me an even better risk reward entry. All the parameters of the trade were still there, other than there was a little more strength than I wanted to see to the downside. But I had an amazing rotation in a good area, so I decided to take it. Stop where it needed to be, and I got stopped out by the point. But it wouldn't have made a difference even if I wouldn't have price never came back and made a new low. Okay, so you can see we took every trade that was in our trade plan in line with the order flow expectation. The only issue with these two trades were that I did not get a proper rotation here, and price did not come to my area of interest here, and there was no rotation there, but this one wouldn't have made a difference, and this one was a break even. So rules were followed, trades were taken. We were on our trade plan today. A couple of missed opportunities there because just the uh, the confluence just wasn't where I was looking for it. It probably would have ended up being a pretty even day, or maybe a slightly winning day if we would have been able to get filled on these trades. But that's not what we're here to do. We're not here to say, oh, I would have had this, I would have had that, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Keeps you in fantasy land. Okay, the reality is we executed on our trade plan. We had two missed opportunities. For technical reasons, and then we also had an expectation failure. We had two expectation failures today. We had one here that we were a part of, and another one here that we were also a part of. So again, struggling a little bit with the order flow, struggling a little bit with the expectation failure. We seem to be having a lot of those, but that's not always going to be the case, and our job is just to execute on the next trade. So that's it for this session. There's really not a whole lot more to talk about. I'm going to try to make that harmonic video a little later on this evening or late this evening. Just be patient with me. You know, I'm all by myself making these. It is time consuming, and I have three little kids and a wife and a life. So I'm doing the best I can. Be a little patient. I will get those things out to you, and tomorrow please make sure you are on the live stream. I think it's tremendously important that tomorrow you are present, since the account is in drawdown. So we have experienced some losses. So we have been plagued by some situations as expectation failures and price not coming to our area of interest, not getting the rotation to get into these trades that would have helped us climb out, could add to the frustration, could add to the emotional component that we should be experiencing, had we been allowing the emotions to get into our decision making and into our process. So instead, we're not going to do that. We're going to ground ourselves further into the trade plan, into the money management, and we're just going to keep executing. And we know that if we do that, then we have the highest probability of climbing out of this drawdown in the shortest amount of time possible, which is the goal. Okay, so nothing else to really add today to our order flow and what the market did today. That's just the way it is sometimes. Okay, but we have risk reward on our side. We do trade with the risk reward that's going to help us recover this in a reasonable amount of time. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all I have for you guys. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for following. Please like and subscribe to these. It helps other people find them, and it also I think that I'll say this again and again. I think there's tremendous value here in that we started with a small account, that we're getting into some trouble with the drawdown initially, but that we're staying true to the trade plan and we're using money management to help us recover and rise above, which is what we're going to do. And tomorrow's live stream will be extremely valuable, as you can see how the emotions will not be a factor in tomorrow's decision making, and we put the past behind us and we move forward into tomorrow. All right, I think I repeated that way too many times, but thank you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the battlefield.